Hi, I'm Virginia, and I am a survivor of domestic violence. Years ago, I didn't know how to get out of the situation that I had found myself in.
Recognizing Virginia was not safe, her son's pediatrician referred her to Next Door Solutions to Domestic Violence in 1977.
I married my high school sweetheart, and my parents moved 1,000 miles away to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So I got married thinking that I was going to be married the rest of my life like my parents. And surprisingly to me, 3 days after I got married, I was beaten up. There was actually a red flag in that when I was just about to graduate high school, he and I had a disagreement and he slapped me across the face. And we actually broke up for a year after that. And then of course, I'll never do it again, and you believe him. And it was actually, he wouldn't do it again until he got married, and I had no way to escape. So the first time we tried to be intimate, it was difficult for me and painful, and so his reaction was to beat me up. So that was the first time I was beaten up. I told him right from the very beginning I wanted to get divorced. I didn't want to be married to him because that really frightened me. He refused to leave, and I couldn't really escape because my parents lived 1,000 miles away, and then you worry about your family too because they threaten your family. And so I tried to make the best of it, hoping that we would work things out. And he could go periods of time when he wouldn't hit me. So I thought that he would eventually get to a point where he wasn't going to do that kind of stuff. I did know before I married him that his father had hit his mother, but he hated his father for hitting his mother. And so I didn't think he would do that himself. But what changed me completely was becoming a mother. Having somebody else that I was responsible for and that I loved so much. When I was pregnant, for the most part, he only hit me a couple of times. He hit me with an open hand, and he also hit me with an arrow. He used to come home, and he had a bow and arrow, and he used to do it in the backyard, and so he hit me with that because he got mad. I think I didn't get his food on the table quick enough or something. But it was definitely, I started planning my exit when my son was born. Prior to my son being born, I thought that I wanted to die. And, but then, he made me quit my job, so I was only allowed to be at the business. My parents lived 1,000 miles away, so if the phone rang, he would put the phone in the garbage. And he hated all of my friends, and so I was very isolated. After him beating up my son and choking him, and we're talking about an 18-month-old child, I was terrified he was going to kill him. So when he went to work that morning, I went to WOMA. I had an appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I went down there. I had Sean with me. Somebody took Sean, and then they had me meet with this woman, and she held my hands, and I was just shocked that this person who didn't even know me had so much empathy for me. So I am so grateful because I could not have done it alone. I have had such a good life, so many blessings in my life since I left him. In my situation, the lows were so bad, like I said, I wanted to commit suicide, that I was so shocked at how high I could go in natural highs by leaving him. Just do it. The resources are there, and I never looked back, never once looked back. It was the best thing I ever did.
For 50 years, Next Door Solutions has stood by survivors, working to end domestic violence in the moment and for all time.